There are a lot of streamers on Kick that have done some of the most absolutely deplorable actions to get where they are today.
How old are you? I'm 19.
Oh, I'm 16.
You said 18?
Where it's basically the only thing Kick is actually known for now. I mean, you think Kick and you think crime, right? Which makes me wonder, who's the worst? I mean, there has to be a worst, right? So today we are going to try and figure out who is the most criminal Kick streamer. Streamers and YouTubers in general have this tendency to turn to crime for one reason or another, right? But since the creation of Kick, it seems like a disproportionate amount of crime has been coming off of Kick itself. And I have to ask myself, why? Why is that? I think that's mainly due to the inception of Kick, as Kick was supposed to be this site where you could stream whatever you want and you aren't going to get banned for it. Freedom of speech and all that. But unfortunately, what ended up happening was, because there's no rules, a lot of shit just flew under the radar and there was no moderation. Even to this day, there's barely any moderation on the platform, which is why we have so many people on Kick who just get into criminal activity. It's led to an accumulation of some very unsavory people and has made the entire site a shit show. People such as Neon, Jack Doherty, Johnny Somali, and some of the others that we're going to be talking about within this video. So without further ado, let's start off with Neon. Michael Rafik, or better known as Neon online, is, or at least was at one point, one of the top streamers on Kick. This guy has a very colorful history and he's honestly one of my least favorite people on the internet. I think I can speak for a lot of people when I say that, actually. I don't think I'm alone in the Neon hate here. Neon, over the last 2-3 years, I'd like to say, has gotten himself into a lot of controversy. But before he got into that controversy, he was still getting into controversy when he was a little kid. His earlier content was mainly NBA 2K for about 3 years, and then after that started playing Fortnite with a content creator named Horsing, in which he primarily used clickbait to garner his audience, which I'm not really gonna get on Neon for that. Everyone clickbaits, including myself. I mean, it's just the name of the game, you know what I mean? But along with his clickbait, Fortnite, and NBA 2K gameplay, he would have some very insightful videos as to who this kid would end up being later down the line. As in 2019, he would fake his death. I'm not joking, he hopped on the I died of cancer trend. On December 21st of 2019, he uploaded a video called Neon is Dying. This video claimed that his brother uploaded the video, and it also stated that Neon was in critical condition. Pray for Neon, man. I'm so sorry that 2019 Neon passed away from a brain tumor. That's so heartbreaking. Can we get some rips in chat, please, for Neon? Rip Neon. But unfortunately for the fans, and fortunately for Neon, he miraculously survived, as on the exact same day he posted this video, he would go on to post a NBA 2K video on his second channel.
Sub on this channel, bro. We're gonna be having some bangers on this channel. Drop a sub, drop a like, turn on the post notifications, bro. We're gonna be doing giveaways. We're gonna be playing so many different games. Everyone drop a sub if you haven't already, man.
Which is like, could you not just wait a day to do that? Why would you do that? You give up the ghost almost immediately by doing that. That's not all though, because 2 days later, on December 23rd of 2019, he published a video called Neon's Final Words. In this video, Neon stated that he wanted to give his channel to other people because he doesn't want them to lose his content, stating that he would record videos with other YouTubers so they could still get to see him. He also claimed that if his surgery didn't go too well, he would bleed to death, which is, I get the clickbait, okay? I understand clickbaiting and all that, but you... You can't just be like, guys, I'm gonna bleed to death. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notification, because if I die, I'm gonna die horribly. Good God, dude. 3 days later, on December 26th, 2019, it was announced that he was gone in a compilation video of his best moments, which was a video of just him, basically a highlight video of his 2K moments, which is just like, holy shit, man. The levels of content here are immaculate. I understand how Neon blew up now. He's a goddamn genius. Every YouTuber should aspire aspire to learn something from Neon. 5 days later, on December 31st, 2019, he uploaded a video telling his fans that he had miraculously survived. And it only took him a full 2 days to recover from his seizure-inducing brain tumor. Because that's just the level that Neon's at, okay? We can't really comprehend the healing abilities that Neon has, all right? He's like Wolverine out here. This is not the only time that Neon has lied about his health for content on YouTube, at least, because 3 months later, he would drop a video about him catching COVID, or at least interviewing someone with COVID, which was only halfway true because it was like a Fortnite video. After this, somehow, some way, Neon ended up worming his way into Aiden Ross streams of all people, which you're gonna see that be a trend with a lot of the people on this list. Aiden Ross is like connected to everyone that has ever touched Kick. He ended up mainly getting his blow up from when he screamed at Andrew Tate.
On and an inhaler. They're scared of you, G. Don't worry about that. You just turn up and you tell them who's boss. You tell them. That's right. You tell them. You say you're a streamer and you play video games all day. You let them know who the man is. You let them know who the...
Which, I mean, solid. I'd probably do the exact same thing. Get your bag. But during his time on Kick, it has been nothing but controversy after controversy. And unfortunately for him, he's gotten into some illegal, illicit activities. On December 16th, 2023, Neon and Sneeko would purchase tickets to UFC 296. Again, another person that is just miraculously tied to literally everyone on this list. But for some reason, before they entered the arena, he went on to Instagram making a post threatening Donald Trump, who was at the event.
You know, I'm gonna talk my shit to Trump, and then it's gonna be a very good experience. And I'm gonna talk my shit. I don't care if the Secret Service is there. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk shit. So
Neon's not allowed in.
What?
So he was no longer allowed in and got banned from it. Why threaten a former president like that? What is the intention behind that? Even if you don't like the guy, which you don't got to, you probably shouldn't be threatening him at an event that you're about to go to and expect that you're still gonna get in. Again, in January 2024, he announced on his stream that he only has 3.5 days to live, saying his doctor told him some crazy shit.
Approximately 3.5 days to live, and it is fucking. Doctors told me some crazy shit, and I just hope you guys can make me feel better.
He can't get off of the faking death train. I don't think he understands that shit doesn't work unless you actually fucking die. Which this won't be the only time that we see him trending because he apparently died. Neon, a couple months ago, got arrested in Dubai for filming police officers, which is illegal. You can't really film in public in Dubai. It's a very, very strict country. And this is where we get a lot of the Neon dead in Dubai things, because Neon got detained for a little bit and people were speculating that he drowned in his holding cell because Dubai was facing floods at that point in time. Unfortunately for everyone, he did not. This actually got him banned on Kick for a little bit. Unfortunately, this is not the first time he's gotten banned from Kick. It's actually really strange how the bans on Kick work, and Neon's actually a perfect example of this. His first ban was due to an accusation of doxing and pedophilia. It always leads back down this rabbit hole, doesn't it? Neon, for some reason, was streaming talking to fans in a Discord call when a young fan joined and said, "I will beat the shit out of you and your fat girlfriend." That's actually kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. What does matter, however, was Neon's reaction to this, because he really did not handle this at all. Dude took it from 0 to 100 almost immediately on this 10-year-old.
What's your first name? All I need is your first name and you're done. I don't care. I'm an internet warrior. What's your name? What's your first name, bitch? What's your first name, bitch? Tell me your first name, pussy. I'll give you Miami. I don't give a fuck. You're 10 years old. I will fuck you in the ass until you fucking bleed, bitch. I swear to God.
He then proceeds to threaten to assault this 10-year-old violently, which, Jesus Christ, man. Talk about crashing out. This is like peak crashing out. This obviously resulted in a ban from Neon, as they were not going to tolerate him threatening assault against a literal 10-year-old for literally no reason, in which he did this apology, which was one of the shittiest apologies I've ever seen. I had to watch it for a video I did on Neon, actually. On April 29th, 2024, Neon and content creator Squeeze Benz drove a Lamborghini into New York. If you guys don't know who Squeeze Benz is, he's a whole other can of worms that nearly killed him and Neon in this event. Basically, all that happened was he started going 160, 170 on a freeway and almost killed a bunch of people. They got into a giant car crash. This obviously being highly illegal for a lot of different reasons, and also just completely immoral. Neon got banned for this yet again. He should have been charged or fined for this, honestly, in my opinion, as this is just endangering people for the sake of content, but he did not, and instead he did one of his apologies yet again. He faked his death again last month and said that he only had 6 days to live, in which now he is blaming chat and the people who are spreading that clip saying he never faked his death, that it's taken out of context, which, okay, dude. Very similarly to the other person on our list, Jack Doherty. Everyone knows who Jack Doherty is. He's the bane of commentary YouTubers. Everyone fucking hates this kid. He's part of the IRL streamers thing. You go out into the public, you stream yourself harassing just random pedestrians, and you call it a day. Jack Doherty, unfortunately, kind of started the trend of hiring a bodyguard to do this as well, so that way you can go and fuck with random pedestrians, and then when the consequences of your actions try and meet you, you can have a 6'2", 250-pound pit bull at your side to scare the fuck out of anyone else who is trying to confront you for being an asshole. He goes around trying to start fights with literally anyone and anything he can because he thinks that that's going to be good quality content. Jack Doherty started his entire career by being a public nuisance. He got his fame through harassing his neighbors and Walmart, and then ended up on Dr. Phil, because you can just be a horrible person and get platformed by these bigger reality TV show hosts because they know it's gonna make money. And unfortunately for all of us, Jack Doherty very much capitalized off of this, because he would go on after the Dr. Phil interview to harass more people on the street continuously. Now, Jack Doherty has a lot of ties to a lot of the people on this list. Again, it's like a little, they're like ants, dude. They literally stick together. It is insane how many of these people know each other. Jack Doherty has gotten into a lot, and I mean a lot, of criminal activity, or at least alleged criminal activity. We only have one actual criminal case at the moment with Jack Doherty, but there is a lot of allegations and speculation about a OnlyFans empire that Jack has made his main source of income. On December 21st of 2023, another Kick streamer named Natalie Reynolds accused Doherty of grooming underage girls with the intention of having them sign OnlyFans contracts, which tends to be the case with a lot of these OnlyFans manager people. They try and target underage girls, specifically women who are about to be 18, so that way they can try and drag them out for an opportunity to become famous OnlyFans models, selling them the idea that, you know, they're gonna make a lot of money really quickly, and they scout them before they are of age, and then they get them drunk to sign contracts. That's basically what's being alleged here. Natalie Reynolds being one of the girls that was in Jack Doherty's OnlyFans monopoly, which does give her a little bit of credit, but honestly, this whole accusation is a shit show because Natalie Reynolds herself is a piece of shit. She's the lady, if you guys don't know, who almost killed a woman on stream by getting her to jump into a lake that you're not supposed to swim in, because if you don't know how to swim, you're gonna get sucked under the tides. Doherty, of course, tried to play these allegations off and call her a attention-seeking whore, which, fair, I guess. But she wasn't the only one to come out about this. His ex-editor and apparently like longtime best friend came out about this as well. But then Jack also came out and exposed his editor for being a groomer, and it's just like there's a lot. There's a whole lot. I'm gonna assume it's true simply because Jack Doherty is the type of guy. He's already stated that Andrew Tate is one of his models. Same with Logan and Jake Paul. So I don't really give him a lot of credibility, especially since most of his content is just harassing random pedestrians. I'm not gonna give him the benefit of the doubt here because he is a piece of shit, and he always has been. But that's not the only criminal act that Jack Doherty has gotten caught up with. In October 2023, during a Halloween party, him and his bodyguard got into an altercation when a very verbal spat with another guest invited by the hostess started getting very, very heated. And this was mainly due to the fact that apparently Jack Doherty called his girlfriend an OnlyFans.
You guys said something? Yeah, that's what I heard. You called her an OnlyFans. Damn! And that's it. I was like, wait, we got a lot of OnlyFans. That's what
simply because she didn't want to talk to him or be part of a live stream during a content creator Halloween party. This somehow devolved into his bodyguard decking a dude and nearly killing him. I can't show the actual clip because of obvious reasons, but it is brutal, and the dude could have died. Like, Jack's bodyguard is like 6'2", 250. He's a giant dude, all right? And the guy he punched is like 5'8". It's so stupid to hire people like this, and obviously this was gonna get him into a lawsuit, right? Which it did. He is now being sued for this, which he tried to use his insurance company to cover the cost of the lawsuit, but they very clearly stated that they're not going to be doing that because this is a situation he got himself into, and they don't cover a physical altercation when it was started by you. Why would you think that that would happen? Jack Doherty's also been banned from multiple places for very obvious reasons, and there's allegations of him being very abusive to his girlfriend, which, I mean, also alludes to the OnlyFans thing. So yeah, Jack Doherty, probably not the best person to have as one of the top streamers on your platform, and he more than likely is a criminal. And someone within the same vein is actually two people. I just didn't know how to transition that, so there's my transition. Heel Mike and John Zerka. Now, this one's gonna be a little quicker than the other two. I'm not really gonna get into the backstory or the origin story of either of these guys, honestly, just because I kind of don't care. A couple months ago, Heel Mike and John Zerka got permanently banned from Kick, which is like one of the hardest things to do. Getting banned from Kick already is pretty decently hard to do. You have to get arrested and you have to commit crimes, right? So to get permanently banned, not like a 2-day ban, you got to do something pretty atrocious. And atrocious they did, as both John Zerka and Heel Mike in this stream that they did about 4 months ago, they solicited minors on stream and then bragged about it.
I'm just looking out for you. We don't like teenage girls. I do. So leave. I love them. I love them. So get the out of here. Stay on my stream. I don't give a fake ID. Good. Good. I didn't even know they made those. Who gives a losers?
They did this stream a couple months ago where they brought in a bunch of girls into their house and they started like hitting on all of them and doing some really cringe and creepy shit with them. Unfortunately, most of them were teenagers, and one of them being as young as 16, and that is what is confirmed as of right now. Their own chat confronted them on this and was like, hey, that girl is clearly underage. You should not have her on stream. Not only did they double down on it, later that night after the stream on their Discord, Heel Mike would go on to post a picture of him in bed with that said minor. They also later after said that this was a setup and that everything was supposed to be a-okay. They had ID checks in place. They made sure everything went well and smoothly, and that they were set up by one of the workers that they had specifically for this.
I'm not doing this for content.
No, because I'm used to Canada. In Canada, you can go to 17, 16. I've never done it, but you can do it. Like, no.
So if you're gonna say that it was a setup, maybe don't go and say I love teenagers and then post a picture of yourself sleeping with a teenager. That's bad optics, and you're stupid for that. Unsurprisingly, they are not in jail, and I think you can go watch their streams on Rumble now. I don't know why they're not jailed. If they have all of that, they aren't. And Kick actually took a W on this one and got them off the platform. This was the first time, I think, ever that we had a permaban on Kick. I could be completely wrong on that, but it's the first time I've ever heard of one happening. Legit, permabans are so rare that it's like you have to commit a actual villainous crime in order to get permanently banned. And there is no chance of them coming back. The Kick staff are so unwilling that they said it was irreversible. Someone in a very similar vein is someone known as Just X Snags, or Snags for short, which I'll probably be calling him Snags instead of just Snags. Snags is a content creator known for his controversial behavior on platforms such as Kick and Twitch. Most Kick streamers don't end up on Kick because they want to stream there. They end up there because they got banned from Twitch or YouTube or whatever other platform they were streaming on before. He originally gained his attention through streaming games like NBA 2K and Madden, which seems to be a trend with the people who end up on Kick as well. So if you're an NBA 2K player, do not associate with me. good God, you're horrifying. He eventually shifted towards more provocative and often inflammatory live interactions. Over time, Snags became infamous for his more extreme and sometimes very offensive content and frequent run-ins with platform moderation. And this is mainly due to the fact that Snags was just a monster. Like, the guy's a menace. And it gets into creep behavior very, very, very fast. Most of his jokes and most of the things that he has said on his streams to piss people off are usually aimed towards children around like 14, 15 years old, and they always happen to be girls. This guy does not have an off switch, and it's very clear that he has some sort of pedophilic tendencies, one might say.
14.
Yep.
So that what grade is that? Like a sophomore?
8th grade.
Sophomore.
8th grade?
Sophomore.
Can I play with that?
Sophomore's like 16.
Yo, can I play with that little 8th grade?
Now, he's done a lot of this whole like talking to kids, very inappropriate thing on Kick mainly. He does it on the Monkey app, which is like a knockoff of Omegle. You're gonna see this app pop up multiple times throughout this video. One of the most notable things that Snags has actually done was make fun of the cartel and say that he hates El Chapo, which he immediately retracted because the cartel started threatening his life.
Shot. El Chapo. El Chapo, nigga. I go to Cabo. Nothing's going to happen to me. Face out. I would say El Chapo to a fucking random nigga in Mexico. The fuck, get that on your clip. I will piss all over that shit. Oh, the cartel is crazy. But, you know, somebody came in my chat named El Chapa. You know, he just made the account. You know, he's obviously said he's part of the cartel.
Which is insane. I don't know why you would start trying to beef with the cartel of all people. That is like the one group that you do not want to attempt to mess with as a streamer. Like, what are you gonna do? Now, Snags would also do the Jack Doherty thing of going out and IRL streaming and harassing random pedestrians. He would go a step further though and start like actively threatening them. Like, his content was he would go out, he would just throw some absolutely obscene threats out at just random people and sexually harass women on stream. This is what he was doing when he isn't targeting minors on Monkey and he isn't playing 2K or getting in shit with the cartel. All of this dude's behavior ended up getting him banned from Kick. Honestly, it shouldn't be a ban. If you have proof and streams of someone being this inappropriate with kids, you should probably call the cops or get an investigation going, because there's no way he hasn't done something, right? But he got banned from Kick, and of course, for some reason, like everyone on this list, Aiden Ross tried to step in to stop the ban from happening. Unfortunately for Aiden, when Snags got banned from Kick, instead of taking it on the chin and moving on, trying to apologize for what we did and change his ways, he instead threatened the life of multiple of the co-founders of Kick for some fucking reason, and then try to make multiple accounts to ban evade, which did not work either. And I believe he is still around on Twitter saying that, you know, God above all else, and then making like insanely homophobic and sexist remarks, which it checks out. I don't want to get too much into detail with what Snags did with a lot of the minors, because it's really disgusting, honestly, a lot of the stuff he said and did. There is thousands of hours of footage of him being obscenely disgusting with kids. Genuinely, Kick, if he tries again, check his hard drive or just pull up the streams and start an investigation, please, for the love of God. Unfortunately, it seems like it is going to continue down this path, because up next we have Derek Grays, someone who also has followed the Jack Doherty path of when they first started, they were fucking around with random pedestrians and pulling pranks on like chain restaurants and shit. As he got his first start with harassing Chuck E. Cheese, which is just like, can we not harass Chuck E. Cheese, all right? The mouse is already going through enough. Okay? After a while, Derek would eventually transition to Kick, where his content became a lot more extreme, one might say. A lot of his content on Kick revolved around Omegle, Omi TV, and Monkey. And with that being said, you can kind of see where this is going. He was one of those streamers that was like a pickup artist type streamer where they were trying to monetize picking up girls on Omegle. And of course, there were minors involved, because there always is minors involved with Kick streamers for some reason. This eventually evolved into him filming women without their consent doing acts that they probably shouldn't be doing on a platform like Omegle, Monkey, or Omi TV.
When you're ready. Are you playing hard to get? All right, teach me then. You look good, right? You look good. Press your tits. They're not. The holes. Like. I don't know how to feel about that. Stops. That's the fence. You're Ubering? Yes. Why? Because. Alright. Alright, why are you mad? No, I'm asking for a friend, you feel me? No, I'm just asking for a friend.
I have a feeling that's recording or something.
The
I'm
ring
scared. I'm scared. No, you have a camera up there.
Oh, I can shut it off if you want.
Oh, so it's on?
No, the computer's on, obviously, but not the fucking thing, you know?
I know.
You said what? What are you saying? Alright, one drink. But, yeah, no.
He was also live streaming them doing this without their knowledge. You're gonna see that be a trend here pretty soon. He would secretly record the vast majority of the women that ended up on his stream, streaming them without their knowledge. On top of that, he would record these women and then he would put them in a secret Discord that you could pay to get into. It was like a way to try and drive people into his community, which is the worst possible way you could do that. This is very much a crime. This is revenge. And this is when minors are involved, creating CP, which very, very, very illegal. This, of course, resulted in a ban from Kick, and he's been banned multiple times from multiple platforms, actually, but they keep letting him back on for some reason. Unlike a lot of the other people on this list, Derek actually made a response to all of the accusations that are being levied against him, saying that all of this is false and that he is being wrongly accused of filming women without their consent.
As you guys just watched the whole entire video, I was basically accused of two things. One was, the hidden camera prank streams, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. That was extremely messed up. That was very viral and something just terribly gross to do. I was young and I didn't understand what was going on at the time, but that's not an excuse. I have been growing as a person ever since then, and I think that is just fully and truly messed up. But the second claim about me selling explicit photos of my ex-girlfriend is just completely false and completely untrue, and just it frames me looking like a terrible person.
Which you're gonna see a pattern of yet again, because god damn, a lot of these people are just stupid. The next up are extremely similar to Derek Gray's, because now we're talking about Riot Lol and Tomer Lawton. Now both of these people were exposed by something about chickens. Go check him out, he's amazing. Both of them got in trouble because they were soliciting minors on stream through Monkey, both of them, and they were taking advantage of them in more than one way, as they would set up hidden cameras, they would record them without their knowledge, take those, put them in their Discord, or in Tomer's case, he would make a Twitter account with all of them on there, so that way he could try and funnel people into that. He would also try and monetize even further by utilizing a secret WhatsApp group that you could go into with all of them. I'm not going to go into detail with all of them here simply because it's extremely similar and they're extremely bad. All of them are really bad. I will go a little more into Tomer Lawton though, because unlike Riot Lol, Tomer ended up making a response to something about chickens. He made two responses, one of which, the part one to his response, was literally him saying that everyone in his Monkey videos were all paid actors and OnlyFans models because he's a OnlyFans manager, which was the craziest thing to say, especially since multiple victims of his came out on Something About Chickens video and called him out for this shit.
What did they say about the Tates? They said that the Tates are human traffickers. And now it's Tomer Lawton is an alleged predator? Like, really think about it. Why would an alleged predator stream himself allegedly doing predatorial behavior for 10 hours a day, for 4 years, for 365 days a year, for 7 days a week, for 30 days a month, while he's in a long-term committed relationship? 90% of what I said on stream was a joke, and 90% of the clips were faked, scripted. I'm sorry guys, like, I know you think I'm some crazy Riz God, which I am, but on Omegle nowadays, it's not like back in 2019 where you'd see a bunch of absolute baddies. Unfortunately, all the girls are like 15. So we had to like pay some girls to hop on, these girls are no strangers to us. These girls are our friends that do OnlyFans, and my friend and I so happened at the time to have run, own, and manage an OnlyFans management company.
He also then went to say, well, why would I do this? I'm a model. And I was like, yeah, why would you do this? You're a model. When I was doing research for this video, the vast majority of cases on Kick were just this, where it's just people going on to Monkey and Omegle and OmiTV and making what is basically just revenge porn and CP. For some reason, that is the one trend on Kick, is people just making this shit, not understanding that it is going to ruin their lives and that they have become one of the worst types of criminals. Like literally the site is flooded with streams that are just exactly like this, where it's a dude sitting on a chair trying to riz women and then filming them without their consent, which is just like, is it really that big of a money printer for you to just throw away all morals like that? There's other ways to make content, brother. I know this is probably like the laziest way to do it, but like, come on. I feel like this is such a giant problem with Kick, and I know that they know that too, because they're trying to start ramping up the way that they do their policies and changing some of the rules, and they're trying to get more moderators on staff so that way they can catch these type of people quicker. But at this point, it has just become a shit show. Kick is now realistically only known for the crime that is committed on there. I mean, I don't know anyone on that website that is actually like a known streamer that isn't solely known for being either a criminal or one of the most punchable people on the fucking planet. And even if they are, they've still committed a crime in one way or another. I mean, hell, their golden child, Aiden Ross, was a known crypto scammer.
By the way, that MILF token they a while back, I already told you guys, don't buy that. I got paid a bag to do that. Like, I don't give a how many of you guys actually bought it?
Kick's really gotta like try and up their game right now, because it was supposed to be the rival to Twitch, but now no one even wants to touch the damn thing. I don't even understand how they're getting paid outside of stake, which is like a gambling thing, and it's a whole other can of worms that we would have to go down to talk about Stake and Kick and their relationship. Honestly, in my opinion, I think all of these people are bad. I don't think there is a worst criminal on this list, because the vast majority of the people on Kick that have committed these crimes all end up somehow, some way at soliciting minors. It's the commonality with Kick streamers for some reason. So Kick, please, for the love of God, change something. I would like you to be an actual competitor. Anyways, if you liked this video, please go ahead and leave a like, a subscription maybe, that'd be epic, or a comment. And if you like this video, please go ahead and check out this video I made on Boogie, because I thought it was pretty good, and if you like this one, you'll like that one too.